Like before, we pay some things by the cash, and now we pay by cashless, which is like debits or like QRIS or like Dana. And then the third one is the cashless. The cashless, it means in here we use method of paying not with a cash but using technologies method like phone or ATM, and also can be using by app like QRIS and also Dana. And then let's come to the status quo that happening in Indonesia right now. We know status quo right now in Indonesia, there is inflation every year in Indonesia. Inflation in here is when something happens, when there is increasing price of something. And then inflation can happen when you guys produce too many cash money. The price of the thing will be more expensive every year, because when you guys produce so many money, maybe cash money, it will use so many so many so many so okay. And then but now in proof in Indonesia there is decreasing inflation in Indonesia, which is like at 2024, the year before 2025, there is 2.75% that inflation happened in Indonesia. But now at 2025 at January there is 0.76% inflation that happened in Indonesia. And it's because now in Indonesia, it's almost every society use cashless for paying something. So it proves that when we use cashless society, it can make us be more decreasing about inflation cases. And then let's come to my Argentina and Bacon case. We know that in Indonesia, there are so many cases of robbers that happen. Can you guys imagine if we bring cash money everywhere? Of course, it will get more hard to bring and also get easier to be stealing by someone. Can you guys imagine if we need 3 million to pay something, and then we use it by the cash? And if we compare to the 3 million in cashless like debit or QRIS, of course it will get more easier to bring and efficient to pay when we use a cashless, when we use debit. And also in here, as a government team from the first speaker from the government team, I have the goals that we want to decrease in inflation cases and emissions and want to be more efficient for people to pay something. And then let's come to like the mechanisms. The first one from my mechanism, the person under the 17 years old that pay cashless can have a debit card, but under the supervised by their parents to minimize the wrong activity by their children. Because we as a government believe that children under the 17 years old is not ready to pay something without their supervision by the parents. And then the second, if there is something the person at 17 years old up can get their debit card by themselves. So it's not supervised by their parents. And then the second, if there is something wrong happened by the technology, like the money cannot get out of the ATM, and then the wrong signal by the application, the company will take the responsible for that. So if the money cannot get out from the machine, ATM machine, the employer by the company should get to fix that and responsible for that. And then the third, if there is no company who wants to take responsible for their mistake, they will get punishment. They have to pay 10 times more by the more harm by the users. And then the fourth, every store that use method of buying and selling can provide the use cashless need, like QRIS, QR debit card. So every store at Indonesia, which is modern stores or traditional stores, should to provide the